Welcome to today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Chairman of the Wasinco Group, William Mafood, says the $10.1 billion special consumption tax slapped on sweetened drinks is a vigorous attack on a particular industry. He also stressed to RJR News that this will only deprive poor people of money to spend on other items such as food, because it is the masses who consume these products and will not stop doing so because of the new taxes. Reiterating that it is the most vulnerable in society who buy these products, Mr. Mafood said the argument that the most vulnerable will not be affected is flawed. Mr. Mafood stressed that the application of taxes must be broad-based and not sector-specific. The Wasinco Group, the country's leading manufacturer of sweetened drinks, generated profits of $1.5 billion or 39 cents per share, compared with $1 billion or 26 cents per share during the same period of the previous year. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica says the All Jamaica Consumer Price Index fell by 0.8% in January. The agency reports that the drop was driven largely by a 2.6% decline in the index for food and non-alcoholic beverages. Prices fell sharply in the category covering vegetables, tubers, and other farm produce, as well as ready-made food products. Statin says this was due to increased local agricultural supply, which pushed down the prices of items such as cabbage, carrots, cucumbers, scallion, sweet peppers, and tomatoes. Despite January's decline, the point-to-point inflation rate for the year to January stood at 3.9%, driven mainly by higher costs for food, housing, and personal care goods and services. For the trading period of February 17, 2026, the most actively traded securities were NCB Financial Group Limited with 3,200,228 units, representing 15.91% of market sales activities. Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing Company Limited with 2,852,387 units, representing 14.18% of market sales activities. Trans-Jamaica and Highway Limited with 2,722,739 units, representing 13.54% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation, banking, and finance plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for February 17, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $156.93 and buying at $154.78. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by $3.33 transaction spreads. The Canadian dollar sold for $115.27 and was bought for $111.94. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $5.88 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $212.32 and was bought for $206.44. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, a credit report should be seen as a financial tool, not something to be ashamed of. Debt simply shows what you owe. while credit worthiness shows how well you handle your financial commitments. Ignoring your credit because of discomfort can limit your options and make issues harder to fix. When you treat your credit report as an asset, you review it regularly, correct mistakes, and use credit responsibly. Over time, this creates more opportunities and greater financial options. In our Funded and Focus feature, it is a great feeling when you get awarded the funding from a government contract. There was at least 26 individual steps you took to win the award. However, now the real work begins. Once awarded, contracts must be actively managed. It is critical that businesses develop a system to track contract deadlines, contract deliverables, and contract compliance milestones using simple tools that reduce risk and improve performance. As an example, our client Trevon, who operates a solar equipment installation business, once lost track of milestones. Professional online dashboards with calendar alerts kept delivery on time and compliant. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital, markets, and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.